Good afternoon. I'm back to scanning again. This morning I went out and I cleaned. It's spring cleanup time here, and our town crew will be coming through to clean up the stuff on the side of the road. If you hear whistling or singing, it's Thelma. Anyway, I cleaned out the front of the house, the ditch, and yeah, she's singing in the shower. Isn't that great? She's gonna love this. Uh, Clean out all the dirt. We get dirt up north here. For you folks down south, we get dirt all winter long from sanding the road, sanding and plowing, sanding and plowing, sanding and plowing. We get all this dirt, sand, whatever, in the ditches, along the edge of the road, whatever, and we have to hoe it, rake it, however, get it out and get it up onto the road, and then the town crew comes and cleans it up in April. And they are doing that around town. They go wherever they find stuff that's been cleaned up, and they pick it up and haul it away, which is very nice. So I did the front of the house here, which is the one that drains more through the culvert that goes under our driveway and then into a little brook that's down the edge of our driveway and under the street. And there's a dip right there. Traffic has to slow down right in front of our house, right by our driveway, because there's a dip there. If you hit it too hard, you'll bottom out on the front end of your car. Anyway, so I did the front, and then after lunch, Thelma was gonna go out and do the back. I'm folding up letters here. You see, I've got a letter from my grandmother to my father when he was in the Marines, and she was going to go right out. You know, it's like I asked her. I said, "What time is it?" She said, 20 minutes to 12. I said, "Why don't we wait till after lunch and you can go out?" I think she hears me talking, so she stopped singing. You can go out after lunch and do it. So we did. We had lunch and had a cup of coffee, sat on the porch for a while. And then she went out and spent a little over an hour doing the other side of the yard. Because I'm good for an hour and a half or 2 hours of physical labor at this point, and I'm done for the day. So I'm going to sit here and scan stuff until I'm tired of this. I've scanned, I think, over, how many have I done here? I've scanned 41 pages so far. Yeah, I think she just closed the door. She must be out of the shower, probably. She knows what I'm doing. Scanned 41 little pages. Oh, here's a big one. Here's a one. Oh, it's only 3 pages. Usually they're written on both sides, but this one's only on the front side, and there's only 3 pages. And so that's the way we'll do that. And we'll get this one started. There we go. 90 seconds, it'll be done. So I've done a bunch of pages a few days ago, a couple days, 3 days ago. Sent those off to myself, processed them, cleaned them up some, sent them off to my sisters, letter by letter, page by page actually. And so I'll process these in the evening maybe and take a few days to do that and clean them up a little bit more than what just the scanner can do and send those off. Someday we'll put them in a PDF. I know you've heard all this before. No big news. Tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, we're going to go out into our barn, our storage shed, 12 by 16 foot barn, where our canoe is, up on a rack, up above head level. And we're going to take the canoe down and take it out of the barn, put it outside on sawhorses or whatever, and then we're going to move some other stuff around, maybe take some stuff out, take our bicycles out, take some stuff out to get it out of the way, move stuff around, and then set a couple of sawhorses up in the barn to put the canoe on. Actually, while we have the canoe out, we'll put the rack that it's on now is going to become a shelf, so to speak. I've got a couple of long 16-foot 2x4s, and I'm going to put boards in between them to keep them spaced right and lock them in so they can't move around, and put them up on those brackets where the canoe is now, and put totes up there, 5, 6 big totes we can put up there. That'll clear off. One whole side of our barn is shelves except for the center where the window is, which is where the big wood stove is right now. If you want a wood stove, a wood cook stove, let me know. So that's our plan for tomorrow. It shouldn't take an awful long time, maybe a couple of hours to do that. Pretty simple stuff. And just a matter of moving all kinds of stuff around. We've got an old sea chest that's it's close to 200 years old. Been around the world a couple of times with one of Thelma's ancestors. Well, actually maybe a cousin of an ancestor or something like that, but we inherited it anyway. And it's out in the barn. It's got a whole paper that her grandmother wrote up about the sea chest and who owned it and where it came from, where it went to, and all this. Just a big pine box with a hinged lid on it. Square, not rounded, not like a pirate chest or anything like that. It's just a big wooden footlocker. Talk to you later. Maybe we'll show it to you.